twist on the story of a serial killer who appeared as a bachelor on the dating game in the 70s while in the midst of a murder spree. Our next guests are no strangers to true crime. They're here to celebrate the start of season 33 of Dateline on NBC. Say hi to Keith, Morrison, and Andrea Canning, everybody. So it's nice to see you again, Keith. It's nice to see you this time.
Yeah,
have you met everybody?
Us on.
Yeah.
We just met.
We have a full panel.
Yeah. We're big fans.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
We're very starstruck.
And it's on this side of the couch, too.
I'm sweating, yeah.
Directed that way.
No, well, that's, you know what's so funny is I was just telling Andrea, I didn't know, like, in my lifetime, I don't remember Dateline being anything else other than true crime. And apparently it did not start like that, and I did not know that.
Oh, no.
Because you're so young.
Because I'm so young. Yes, that's what I think, too. So when did it turn more true crime?
Well, it was, I don't know, what was it, 2005, and between 2005 and 2010. But before that, we were kind of a mixed salad of a show.
Okay.
We had all kinds of stuff. I used to do stories about animals a lot.
Yeah.
I loved doing whale stories, and bear stories, and wolves.
Yeah.
One of my first stories for Dateline was a story about Jack LaLanne, who was having a birthday and was, you know, showing off about how he could do a lot of strongman things on his 70th birthday or whatever it was. And I keep telling people now, because the clip keeps getting played and played and played, that in those days, men actually used to wear tights once in a while in the gym.
Very Robin Hood, okay.
It was sort of Robin Hood.
Okay.
I like to think of it that way.
Are you wearing tights
Oh,
right
God.
there? Yeah, you are. Look at those legs. I thought you meant like tights. You mean like legging kind of things, but I thought you meant like hose. I was like, yeah, they did. They were on stage usually, but. So you, Andrea, you joined the team 13 years ago. Were you drawn by the subject matters of the show? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
I have always loved true crime.
we are so opposite. Yeah. It scares me. It scares me.
I mean, it scares me too. Well,
Yeah.
serial killers scare me.
Yeah.
Like,
well, they should.
For good reason.
Not that you're not a serial killer.
Yeah.
Your movie
She
scares
looked
me.
directly at you and said,
right at my face.
serial
and said,
killers.
Serial killers.
Definitely.
I was like, I understand, but the way you said that felt a little accusatory.
It was a little aggressive.
No, you've always.
So
all
I've
my
always
friends
been
love it.
fascinated by it. You know, going like way back to when I was a kid.
Oh wow.
And I'm not really sure what went wrong in my life.
Oh, this is what we have. Is
so
that what's happening there?
Okay, so this
Is that blood on castle walls?
So my dad found this. It's blood coming out of the castle walls. This is a book I wrote when I was 8. A knife, and it was called A Scary Story, The Murder. Yeah.
As a parent, because my kids will come home with things sometimes, and I'm like, huh. And I'm like, I know your parents were like, interesting. What's going on? But it is a very kid thing though. At certain ages, they go through this phase where it's like scary or anything like that. It's just they go through this little moment. You're not a serial killer. Neither are you. You're great too.
No, you're not a serial killer.
We know.
You.
So you saw Woman of the Hour. So how familiar were you both with that story before seeing the film?
I had heard of the dating game angle of it, but I knew nothing.
I didn't know it at all. And we didn't do crime stories back in those days, as you know.
Yeah, because it's such an older one. And I'll be totally honest, like that's the kind of movie that I probably wouldn't have watched given like the job that I'm in. But I watched it for this, and it was so good.
Oh, that's
Everyone needs to watch this movie.
Oh my God!
Like the suspense.
I didn't even bribe her to say that.
I mean, your acting was so good. Your directing, your acting. I mean,
aren't they unbelievable?
Everybody acted so well. Like, and when you're walking to your car, and when you're at the end, and you're in the car.
Well, don't
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably because you're a real serial
You know
killer.
what I love?
You're so good at it.
Hey, we
And then, guys, I'm in a car.
All right.
It's excellent.
It's
excellent.
good.
You need to win awards for that.
Oh my God, that's very kind.
So y'all cover so many stories. and they're hard. Like, do they stick with you? Like when you go home, I mean, you can't really, you can compartmentalize so much, right?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's the younger victims, you know, because I'm a mom of 6, I have 5 girls.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, so, you know, I've got a couple of teenagers.
You're the strongest person in the room right now.
So, you know, those ones really hit me when it's a young woman or a teenager. Those are hard. Like, you know, the Skylar Neese case, you know, where she was killed by her 2 best friends, and you know, they're 15 and 16 years old. Like those ones,
terrifying.
Those ones are tough.
Oh my God, this is why I can't watch.
Yeah, don't watch alone. That's our tagline.
Oh my God,
just
don't
have
watch
a companion.
Alone. Exactly. What about you?
I carry a lot of them around. A lot of the people who have been victims, and some people who, you know, were put in prison who oughtn't to be there. And their stories just kind of accompany you wherever you go. And
it's the family.
Because it's kind of a beautiful thing, though, that if you think about it too, like which I'm sure you have. But a lot of these stories wouldn't be told. Nobody would know, like, what happened to these people. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a beautiful thing to, like, talk about them and say, this was an important person, this was a special person, this was someone's daughter, this was someone's brother, this was someone's, and this matters.
That's why we do it.
Yeah, honoring the victims. And a lot of these cases are small towns.
Yeah.
You know, and small town America, where no one has heard of the story, as you said.
Yeah.
And so we are shining a light on it. And
do you get people stopping you all the time to tell you about something horrific that happened in their lives or something?
Yes.
That's horrible.
Emails, phone calls, you name it.
Well, they want you to cover their case. A lot of times there hasn't been an arrest, so they want you to try to, you know, shake the trees or
get light on
some of so those are some of the saddest ones. You hear the stories of people who have been trying and trying and trying for years to get some attention to their case.
Right. Or someone's missing, or you know.
Can't solve it.
Oh man. Are there any roles that y'all taken on that kind of stuck with you afterwards that were hard characters to play?
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, I know you should, go.
Yeah, I think you're referring to Jagged Little Pill.
I was.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was in a musical called Jagged Little Pill.
Heard of it.
And and I played a 16-year-old girl named Bella Fox who was assaulted at a high school party. And I mean, 8 shows a week. I worked on the show over the course of 5 years. And without fail, every single show at the stage door or in my DMs, I would get these messages from people that had never told their stories before, had never told anyone until they saw it on stage and felt free to share their story for the first time, often with me. And it was very powerful. It got me involved with the Joyful Heart Foundation, which was also, I think, you know, when you deal with something that's tough, a tough topic, being able to work with people to, you know, change the future of the way survivors are treated, the way you know, we've changed legislature to change the rape kit backlog. It's been really exciting. So that was a very big and powerful job for me. I was very grateful for that one.
Absolutely. And it's hard. That's hard to play every day as well. I just can't imagine emotionally. Andrew, you're working on another true crime project right now, right?
I'm working, the Dateline, The Smoking Gun.
Yeah.
I have that. That's on Oxygen. It's like a little offshoot of Dateline where it's like focusing on that critical piece of evidence.
Yeah, that turned everything around.
That turns it all around.
Yeah.
I have a new podcast called Dateline True Crime Weekly.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
So that's where we bring you like up to date. Every week, it's like Dateline stories in the making that are not completed yet, but we'll bring you updates every week. It drops every Thursday.
Yeah, okay. And you have a new project going
I
on
have
as
a
well.
brand new serialized podcast, which is starting right now, basically. It's called The Man in the Black Mask.
Okay.
And it's a
It's
complicated,
really good.
interesting tale, yes.
You have the perfect voice for a podcast.
I know, right?
Like, yeah, you should also look into, like, you know, reading everyone's book.
There you go. Yeah.
Paul Mapp.
Yeah, sure.
You can see new episodes of Dateline every Friday on NBC, and tomorrow you can see 2 more Dateline correspondents right here, including the newest reporter to join the show.